I got married at 18. When I say that now, people look at me like I'm telling a story from another century, and in many ways I am. The world was different. I was different. I was just a girl with soft hands, big dreams, and no real understanding of how long life truly is. 18 is an age when you think love will solve everything. It doesn't. But love teaches you everything. At 18, I didn't know who I was yet. I thought I did, but I didn't. I didn't know how heavy responsibility could feel. I didn't know how lonely marriage could be sometimes, even when you love the person beside you. I didn't know how strong I would have to become. I married a man who was also still becoming himself. Two unfinished people promising forever. We didn't have wisdom. We didn't have money. We didn't have a safety net. What we had was hope and youth, and the belief that staying would somehow make things work. Marriage didn't feel like a fairy tale. It felt like learning how to breathe together. There were nights when we laughed until our sides hurt, and there were nights when silence sat between us like a third person in the room. We argued about money we didn't have, about expectations we didn't know how to explain, about feelings we didn't yet have the language for. There were moments I wondered if I had made a mistake, not because I didn't love him, but because love alone didn't prepare me for adulthood. Still, we stayed. Marrying young means you don't get to find yourself alone. You find yourself while someone is watching. I became a woman while being a wife. I learned who I was while learning how to compromise, and that was hard, harder than people talk about. There were times I wanted to be more than someone's wife, times I felt unseen, times I felt small, and there were times he felt the same. But we kept choosing each other, not out of obligation, but out of a quiet decision made every morning. Today I'll try again. When I became a mother, I stopped being the center of my own life. Holding my first child was terrifying. I realized how fragile life is and how permanent love can be. Motherhood drained me and fulfilled me all at once. I was tired in ways sleep couldn't fix. I doubted myself constantly. I worried I wasn't doing enough, being enough. There were days I lost my patience and nights I cried from guilt. But I loved fiercely, and I showed up every single day. Life doesn't move in straight lines. There were years filled with struggle, illness, financial stress, emotional distance, loss that left holes in our hearts. There were moments when love felt more like endurance than joy. But here's what no one tells you. Long love is built in the quiet, unglamorous moments, in staying when you're tired, in forgiving when it hurts, in choosing not to walk away when you easily could. One day you wake up and your children are grown. They have their own opinions, their own pain, their own lives. And you realize that your job was never to control them, only to love them. Watching them struggle broke my heart. Watching them succeed healed it. And I saw something beautiful. They learned resilience not from my perfection, but from my persistence. Then came grandchildren. They softened me. They reminded me of wonder, of laughter, of how fast time moves. With them, love feels lighter, freer, less afraid. When they hold my hand, I feel the weight of every year, but also the beauty of having lived them. At 74, life slows down. Your body speaks louder. Your memories become companions. And you understand that nothing lasts forever. Not youth, not pain, not even struggle. People ask me if I regret marrying at 18, and my answer is simple: no, I don't regret it. Not because it was easy, but because it shaped me into who I am. The advice I earned with my life. 1. Love is not something you fall into. It's something you build. Real love is created slowly, brick by brick. It's built through arguments that end in understanding, through showing up when it's inconvenient, through choosing patience over pride. 2, don't expect marriage to save you. Marriage doesn't fix loneliness, insecurity, or fear. You must do that work yourself. 2 broken people don't make one whole life. They make 2 people learning together. 3, talk about the hard things before they become walls. Silence can be more dangerous than anger. Speak even when your voice shakes, especially then. 4, stay curious about each other. The person you marry at 18 will not be the same person at 40 or 70. Keep asking questions. Keep listening. Love grows when curiosity stays alive. 5, forgiveness will be required more than romance. Flowers fade. Apologies matter. Forgiveness keeps love alive when feelings fail. 6, your children don't need perfect parents. They need present ones. They need honesty, consistency, and love they can trust, even when you make mistakes. 7, don't compare your life to someone else's timeline. Every life has its cost. Some pay early, some pay later. All of us pay something. 8, if you choose love, choose it fully. Don't stay halfway. Don't love cautiously. Life is too short to be guarded forever. I married at 18. I lived through hardship. I grew. I loved. I stayed. I built a family. I held grandchildren. I lived a life that mattered. And now, at 74, I can tell you this. A life doesn't have to be perfect to be meaningful. And love doesn't have to be easy to be worth it. This was my journey, and I don't regret it. I got married at 18. I'm 74 now.